All right. So, welcome to the third and final part of the Energy Healing to Stop Caring What People Think About You series. And in this particular video, I want to share something that happened to me recently. And in the past 3, maybe even 4 years, I've been transitioning to becoming an energy healer. I've been studying astrology and energy healing techniques and all kinds of things, all while sort of slowly closing down my former business. So I tend not to post business stuff on my personal Facebook page. I just keep it personal, updates about the kids or something like that, right? And it's a way for me to connect with other people, support them, their friends, their family, whatever they're sharing, to follow other businesses and so forth. But occasionally I'll post something. And because this was such a milestone of me fully transitioning to energy healing and, astrology and supporting spiritual entrepreneurs and creatives, and mothers in that way, um, I I just felt like I wanted to make a post, just to let my friend circle know that I've moved on to this thing, and this is what I'm doing now. And also because I'm starting again from scratch, it's like, well, maybe there might be some people there who might want to follow me so that I have more than one subscriber on YouTube. Right? So the humility of having to start again from scratch. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna make this post. And so I thought about it carefully. I thought about what I wanted to share. Um, and so I wrote out the post and I chose a picture and all of these things. Then I realized, oh, I have so many like judgy relatives on there. I have people who I would not share this with, and I'd created a list a long time ago. Like, you know how in Facebook you can kind of group your friends to like, oh, family, friends from school, spiritual friends, whatever. So I'd done that years ago, but since doing that, over the years, I think gradually my Facebook um friend list increased. It doubled actually. And I try to keep it low. I try to keep it under 500, but it had gone up to like 1,000 without my notice. I think you can have up to 5,000 people. I don't think I would ever have 5,000 people on my personal Facebook. But it was what it was. I was back up to 1,000 because you start accepting friend requests. And even though I vet them, it happens. So I was like, oh, do I really want to broadcast this to a larger group? Even though I know not everyone will see it, there are people in there I specifically don't want to see it. And it was around what people will think, right? Like it'll trigger people or it will cause me backlash and problems. So I started the process of making that separation and segregating my friends, right, into who would accept this post and who would not. And then I realized this is going to be a lot of work. This is actually going to take 2 to 3 hours to do. And then I just realized in that moment, it's like, why am I creating labor for myself? I could use this time to create videos, to speak to people who actually might want to receive this healing or receive this. I can use it for anything. I can use it to spend quality time with my kids. I could use it so much more productively than creating some kind of Facebook segregated weird thing just so that I don't piss off people. I mean, if people become upset, I'm not going to take that on. Like, why do I have to caretake their feelings, especially if I'm not doing anything that's insulting deliberately to them? That's a different thing. I have no permission to do that. But just me sharing what is happening for me right now in a non-toxic way, why should I be caretaking people's feelings about that? That's what the unfollow button is for. They can scroll past, right? And And it's probably only gonna be a handful of people who know me well are gonna be like, "Good for you," you know or just nothing. Maybe people would say nothing, I don't know. But uh I felt sort of guided and pushed to do it. So I shared the post, and lo and behold, I got a very kind response from family members that I didn't even think would be okay with this, from friends, from colleagues, um, from former clients from my other business. And I was really quite surprised, very pleasantly surprised. And for some people, it was very liberating for them to see this post because it felt like they could also do the same thing. Um, so I realized that in my creating all this extra labor for myself just to hide, um, I was not allowing the divine to work through me and to maybe bless other people. And I was also creating stories before things had happened about what could happen. I only got one unkind response from a judgy relative, and even that didn't rattle me for long. It didn't rattle me that deeply. It was like after an hour, I was able to shake it off, whereas before it would have been days of just processing this. I was able to shake it off, and I don't resent her, full forgiveness, and I let it be her story. I'm not taking it on as my story. Um, yeah, so that's the grace of this lineage that um that I was allowed to finally be freed of that. So if you would also like to be free of that, just ask God, ask the divinity, ask whatever higher power that you believe in to free you of that, and let this energy healing support you in doing so. You're welcome to use, I actually suggest that you use a mantra just to focus your mind so you can, and open your heart so you can fully receive the healing. So you can use the words Om, you can use the mantra Om Namah Shivaya. If you have a personal mantra from this tradition, feel free to use that. If not, and you would like a personal mantra from this tradition, I do teach a monthly class called The Mechanics of Meditation. And in it, I share one of the 14 mantras that were given by Swami Kaleshwar. Um, and he is the most recent avatar teacher in this tradition. Um, and I was introduced to him by my teacher, Alex Utterman. And his teacher was, so Swami's teacher was Shirdi Sai Baba. That was his guru. So this lineage goes back many thousands of years. It's not just me rattling off. It has nothing to do with me. I'm just uh, a vessel sharing this, and I'm sharing my own personal experience because sometimes connecting to something so big and vast like the universe or God is too much. But I'm a person that you might know, that you might trust. Um, and so me just sharing a real life practical example of how this particular energy channel helped me to become free of that grip of what people think of me. And it doesn't mean that I might not encounter it at a deeper level at another point in my life, but this aspect of it um, feels like it's been healed. So thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy the silent meditation. It's going to be labeled as part 2, and clearly labeled, hopefully, as a silent energy healing. And I really hope that uh, you will be free. You'll free yourself. You'll allow God to free you of any grip you have that's preventing you from being in your right livelihood, in your beautiful service to humanity, your beautiful service to your family and your community, um, all because of this grip of what people might think of you. Let them have their thoughts with love. They don't have to be your thoughts. Okay, take care. See you in the next video.